In the dark, intervening night of the 27th and 28th of April, brave Indian Air Force pilots flew blind in the face of overwhelming odds to rescue 121 stranded Indians in the war-torn Sudan. In an exquisite display of unwavering valor and impeccable operational astuteness, Indian bravehearts, with no navigational approach aids or fuel, landed on a run-down airstrip at Wadi Sayidna with the help of infrared sensors and night vision goggles. In a narrow time frame, with the engines still running, the commandos on board secured passengers and their luggage and accomplished what seemed like an unattainable task in a span of a few minutes. The swift and efficient operation, a part of the greater rescue operation Kaveri to safely evacuate 3,000 Indians from Sudan, was just one example of India's commitment to her citizens. The Indian leadership has gone above and beyond the call of duty to protect its citizens in need. India undertook a daring and massive endeavour, Operation Kaveri, to safely bring back some 3,000 stranded Indians from the conflict-ridden Northeastern African country of Sudan. The mission was fraught with logistical challenges, potential acts of aggression, and political and communication barriers. But the resolute emergency response teams, under committed leadership in New Delhi, navigated through all hurdles and successfully brought their brethren back home.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, जितना शुक्रिया अदा करें उतना ही कम है। नेवी ने भी बहुत सपोर्ट किया, हर तरफ से बहुत ही अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला।
भारत सरकार ने हमारी बहुत मदद की। वहाँ की सिचुएशन बहुत ही ख़राब हो चुकी थी, हमारे समझ में नहीं आ रहा हम क्या करें।
Time and time again, be it safely evacuating Indian students in Ukraine during the Russia-Ukraine war, providing an immediate way out for Indians in China and other countries during the COVID-induced global lockdowns, or going as far as Yemen or terrorist-held territories in Iraq to evacuate her people. India has demonstrated both her commitment towards her citizens and her capacity to confront a crisis and emerge successful. When the deadly COVID pandemic struck the world and forced people into lockdown, the Modi government's Operation Raahat brought back over 6 million Indians from across the globe. Hundreds of others were safely evacuated under Operation Ganga as India sprang into action as soon as the Russia-Ukraine conflict intensified. Operation Sukoon, Operation Safe Homecoming, Operation Maitri, the list goes on. India, which has become even more proactive in the last few years, has always been one of the first responders to reach out to her citizens. India spares no effort as far as shielding her people from harm's way goes. From military and civil aircrafts to ships and road transportation, India mobilizes every resource at its disposal for the protection of her citizens. At the heart of these successful operations, Indian leadership has demonstrated equal levels of assertiveness and responsiveness in rescuing individuals. One such example was when the Indian Air Force's then wing commander, Abhinandan Vartman, was held captive by Pakistani forces. Although the details of the diplomatic talks are not available in the public domain, Pakistani leadership, which initially misled Indians about the officer's whereabouts, later acknowledged his presence on their soil and also released him with the status of a prisoner of war.
The Pakistani government realized that India is serious, that it will escalate further, so they would have lost much more in the bargain, and therefore they returned Abhinandan in the shortest possible time.
Such incidents showcase India's unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of her citizens. Even in the most challenging circumstances, India has protected her people. The government says it is committed to providing all forms of assistance to every Indian, whether he is one of the 1.4 billion people residing within the country, or one of the over 32 million overseas Indians living in different parts of the world.